something I came to learn, that if an idea is truly good and funny and worthwhile, like even if it gets rejected, it does not go away. If you take it on a micro, like on BoJack, I would pitch so many jokes, and you have to kind of have a thick skin because they're gonna get rejected. But there was one that I had been pitching for several seasons, and it just never had a good spot. And it was a businessman. BoJack is like anthropomorphic humanoid animals, and they live like humans. And so there was a joke: a businessman who was a cat with a briefcase in his hand was up in a tree, and firefighters were getting up into the tree to rescue him, and he just says, "Guys, I'm so sorry this keeps happening." And I knew it was a good idea, but it just kept getting shot down because it wasn't quite right, or it didn't quite work with the momentum between scenes or something. And then in the final season 6, I got that joke in. I finally got it in. It finally was the right space. And then after the season, the New Yorker ended up writing an article just all about my jokes in BoJack, and they particularly were asking about that one, and I was telling them that, I told them the story about how that kept getting rejected, but I kept putting it back in, and how it was like that joke I felt like was my little New Yorker joke. And then afterwards, of course, the people at the New Yorker read the New York Times, and somebody from the New Yorker reached out and they were like, "Hey, if you would like to pitch more jokes, this is how you do it." I was like, I'm glad I was persistent. But that doesn't mean always, that sort of isn't also a license to always be a nudge and keep, I mean, sometimes things just have to go away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done that with pitches too. Like sometimes it's just not the right time. Like when you pitch an idea, it's not just, they're not buying just the idea, they're also buying the talent behind the idea. And sometimes the talent behind the idea isn't, you're not ready or something.
Yeah.
The creator is not ready. They're not interested in buying the creator at that moment. So even if you pitch your idea, you could come back and pitch it again in 5 years when you're now the toast of the town, and they'll be like, "Oh, this idea is great." You're like, "I kind of pitched this idea like 5 years ago, and you guys all turned your noses up at it. What's changed?" And the truth is that you changed.